All righty. Thank you, Matt. Hey, Payne, how you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good. Just, kind of a different voice coming at you guys this spring. How have you guys adapted to Dale and his teaching and everything that he brings to the coaching table?
Yeah, like you said, it's a new face around, but really not much has changed, to be honest with you. Just, a new face in the mix. And, we all obviously knew Coach Williams before, and we all like Coach Williams. And, a benefit of it is we're learning more as a groups, offensive line and tight ends instead of, separate. So I think that's going to, help us. And so it's been good. We've adjusted well.
What has been the emphasis of the tight ends so far in the spring? And at the end of this, where do you guys need to be from a progress standpoint, whether it's run blocking or something else?
Yeah, we've focused a lot on run blocking. It's no secret we got to run the ball. It's got to be automatic. And so run blocking has been a big one, and then just all the other things, the routes and all the other little small things we do. They've all been emphasized this spring.
What has been your emphasis, or what do you need to work on and throughout this spring so you come out of this a better player?
I would like to improve my run blocking, as Coach said. That's something I've been working on. The little things, keeping my hands tight, doing stuff like that, and then just fine tuning all the small details of the entire position. Really, I would just like to become a better overall tight end and player for this team.
Just you guys had a scrimmage on Saturday. How do you, after watching the film, how do you evaluate the group and what happened there?
As a room, we did some good things. We did some things we need to work on. But overall, throughout the spring, I like the direction we're heading. The tight ends are growing. And there's things we can learn from the scrimmage. There's things we can sit back and say we did this well. But yeah, I'd say that's how the scrimmage went.
Just how much has Paul improved, and does he look more like a tight end from a physical standpoint? And obviously he's probably got the knowledge of what needs to happen, but kind of his progress since he kind of jumped into your room last fall.
Yeah. Paul's big now. Paul looks like a tight end. He doesn't look like a scrawny Jack Plummer anymore. But yeah, no, Paul's done great. He's come in, he's learned, he's accepted coaching, and he's doing well. I'm happy for him, and he's progressing very nicely.
You can say that about Jack because you live with Jack, right?
Yeah, I'm probably going to get in trouble when I get home, but might not get a ball in practice tomorrow. But yeah, he knows I love him.
Hey, there's other quarterbacks there.
Quarterbacks.
I mean, I know you don't have Garrett because of injury, but the group, where do you think they've made some strides so far?
Yeah, like Coach said, every player, we've had our little things that, we need to work on and we need to do. And, just all around the board, I'd say we're checking boxes. For most of us, it was run blocking. Just as a team, we need to work on running the ball. So, like I said earlier, it's got to be automatic. It's got to be, it still got to be automatic. So, run blocking was a big one. Some smaller things like extending your hands when you're catching the ball, not body catching. I mean, little small things that all of us are working on. And individually, we have, personal goals and things we want to get better at too.
Just how did you deal with the COVID situation last year, with it being around, and how did that interrupt what you were trying to do just as a college student, and how much did it take away from being a college student, and was it stressful? Or
strange times for sure. An empty Ross 8 isn't a good feeling to see. A lot of things were different. Wasn't seeing family and friends as much, and but I was happy I could at least have a season for what it was, 6 games, and we could be with our brothers here. And it was an adjustment for sure. Can't wait till it's over. But yeah.
I identify you as one of the leaders on the team, but you guys lost a lot of close games last year, and Jeff talked at the beginning of spring about getting players back to winning ways and believing that they can win. How can you play a role in that process and help push this thing forward?
Yeah. So we say it all the time, the season begins now. It began in the winter. It's the little things that we do. Like you said, we didn't lose by a lot. Small details throughout the game, things that we can improve on. And that stuff starts now. That stuff starts in, implementing, rules here that how we take care of our locker room, how we go through practice, how we do a certain drill, how we take this rep. It's Coach Brom says it all the time. It's the little things. And we've really been harping on that, trying to get everyone to really buy into this process so we can be successful come fall.
All righty. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, Tom.
Hello, Payne. How you doing? Appreciate your time, buddy.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. So do you consider yourself a leader on the team then?
I like to think so. I like to think, people listen to me when I talk. And really that's such a privilege. I don't take that lightly at all. Yeah.
Is this your job to lose?
No, it never is. I think you asked me that in fall camp too. It never is. The guys in the room are working. We're all hard workers. We all love this game. Anything can happen in football, as we saw in COVID, and so no, I will never say it's my job to lose.
A lot of competition among the tight ends. Just talk about that. Is it a friendly competition? How intense is it, Payne? There's three of you guys at the top, and you got Jack, you got Paul, you got Drew coming in.
Yep.
Just talk about that competition, maybe how it makes you better, and the position to me from the outside looks like it could be one of the stronger positions on the team.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I would define it as the healthiest competition I've ever been a part of. It makes us all so much better. If one of us goes and makes a big play, all the other ones are, let me get in, let me go make that big play. I can do that too. It pushes all of us to be better, from the hours we're practicing, but every time after that, we're just the best of friends. Craig lives with Plummer and I, we're real close, and Garrett and Kyle live like 2 doors down. So we're all super good friends, and, it's healthy. We're brothers. Get on the field and we'll poke fun. We'll talk trash to each other, but at the end of the day, it's competition, but we still love each other.
I asked Jack this. I'll ask you, how often do you think of that PI call in Minnesota? It still haunts you?
Yeah, it's still, so I watched his video. He said we joke about it sometimes. What he meant by that is he makes jokes to me about it sometimes. He'll say, I don't find it very funny, but it gets brought up quite a bit around the house. So yeah, it still haunts me for sure.
And lastly, talk about how you think you've gotten better since you got on campus from Georgia. And are you where you at in your career development, where you envision yourself when you got to Purdue?
That's a good question. I've grown a lot as a player. As you know, I didn't have a lot of high school experience, just that 1 year. And so honestly, I didn't have a plan or a goal to what I was going to be. I was just going to, keep my head down and take it one day at a time. And, Cole and Bryson looked out for me, and I grew through them. And now I'm kind of learning how to do it on my own and trying to, help the other guys grow. So I wish I could answer if I thought I would be here. I don't know, to be honest with you. But, I'm definitely not where I want to be. I want to keep working and keep improving and try to do something special here as a team.